Okay, testing one, two. Testing one, two. Testing one, two. Hey everybody, it's me, Marcus, and welcome back to my another YouTube video of today. Well, as you can see, guys, I have today's topic. We're gonna talk about God. God removes toxic people out of your lives. So I hope you guys are ready to hear. I hope you guys are ready to hear the topic. Okay. So all y'all gotta do is wait for a minute while I look up the Bible verse. If I know where I put the cord. Woo! I'm done. As you see, I'm done. Okay, now I'm about to look up the Bible verse. You know, I think it's a Bible verse that we all need to learn from. But before I look at the Bible verse, let me tell you why he removes toxic people. Why God removes people for a reason. You know, sometimes it could be a good reason why God removes people. And you can see why that God removes people out of your life, even for the ones who did you wrong back then. You know why? Mm-hmm. God removes people out of your life because He wants you to have a good future for yourself. And it's always important to love yourself as well. Bounce that down. So there's no need for you to run back to the people who doubted you. Like this. What I learned is that never run back to people whoever doubted you, whoever did you wrong. Because you know, once people show you their true colors, you got to believe them who they are. All right, there you go, Chopper. Some nice fresh water for you. There you go. Okay, now I can show you the Bible verse why God removes people. Here we go. Let me see. Hmm. Just give me a second, YouTube fam. I'll be right there. Man, I don't like how my things. I just hate how all my plans go down the drain. Okay, okay, now let me here tell you this, like why God removes people out of your life. You know, God removes people because He heard a conversation that you didn't hear. Like one time you were talking to your friends on that day, one time, but after that, whenever you turn your back, they say like, man, that dude ain't nothing. What? Man, that dude's a loser. Why wasting our time talking to him? He's nothing but a loser. Well, that's why God heard you something what you didn't hear. And there's a Bible verse for it too. But like this, you don't have to keep running back to people. I mean, it's like this. Why waste your time on trying to hang out with people who don't really like you? Now, here comes the Bible verse right here. The Bible verse is like 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. No. Having the appearance of the godliness and denying its power, such avoiding people. Oh, oh, here it is. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was looking at the Bible verses what I've been looking on. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. And it says, but now I am writing to you not to associate with anyone who bears the name of brother if he is guilty of sexual immorality or greed or is idolater, reveler, drunkard, or swindler, not even to eat with such a one. That means that's why that God actually removes people out of your life. You know, it could be for a good reason. You know why? Because it's always important to try to distance yourself from the people who did you wrong, or some people who talk about you behind your back, or when you when you grew up and you start seeing some friends around, but then suddenly they act like they don't know you anymore. Like when you try to say hi to them, but after what happened, they act like they don't. At the end, they act like you don't exist. And I was like, dang, that's cold. Well, you see, I had to learn my lesson right there. Well, I believe anybody can learn their lessons right here. And not goes to show that not everybody in the world you see is gonna be your friend. Like you know how it is. Anybody who wants to be your friend only when they needed something isn't a friend at all. Just stuff like that. But we all know that why it's a good thing he does. You know, sometimes we're all too blind to see that everybody we see is really our friend. And we're all too blind to see that we're all cool with everybody when we don't really see their true colors and when we don't know who they really are. But until they show us who they really are, that's their true colors right there. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, so it's like, because when they show me who they are, I was like, oh, so it's like that, huh? Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, oh, so it's like that, huh? Okay, well, don't come around me asking for any more favors. Yeah, sometimes in life you're gonna have to see. It's hard to really see, and it's hard to really know how everybody has the true colors, and it's hard to really see everybody's true colors until you see it yourself. Because you know, God knows. God actually saw people's true colors. So it's hard for everybody to see how what kind of person they really are until they show us, until we see it ourselves. Because after that, when they show you who they are, then That's how they want to live their life. And I was like, huh. So that's who you really are, huh? And after that, when they showed me who they really are, I was like, oh, oh, so that's who you really are. Okay, we're not friends anymore. Because you know what? After that, and then I got on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and I don't have Twitter anymore, but I got on there and just blocked them just like that. Because yeah, that was the hardest lesson that I had to learn right there. It's like this: not everybody in the world you see is gonna be your people, and not everybody in the world you see is gonna be cool with you. They only want to be cool with you. Like at first, you know what? At first, you try to get in the big circle with the others, trying to fit in, saying that, yeah, dang, Marcus, you are really cool. But when you show them that when you show them that you're a real person, when you got yourself in a small circle, at the end of the day, they just turn you out like that. Because now after you show them what a real person you are, that's when everybody turn their back on you. You know, that's when everybody turn their back on you, and you see that they don't want to support you anymore. And I was like, wow. So that's who they really are. Hey, Chocolate Drop, how you doing? Well, today's topic is about why God removes people out of your life. Because according to First Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11, but now I am writing to you not to associate with anyone who bears the name of the brother if he is guilty of sexual immorality or greed or is an idolater, rivaler, drunkard, or drunkard, or swindler, not even to eat with such a one. Yep, that's true. Oh, hey, Bud Files, how you doing? How was your 4th of July? So you see, it takes us a little while for all of us to understand that in this world we're living in, that you see, not everybody in the world is gonna be as supportive as you think they are, and nobody's gonna be as your friend like they used to be. You know, people change, and that's a part of life. You know what? We change too. Like, you know, because let me tell you, there could be a good reason why God removes you out of your life. Well, God removes people out of your lives as well, especially for your people of your so-called friends. There's a lots of reason why He do it. Because yeah, there's a lots of reason why that God actually do that. You know, it could be a good reason, or you know what? Because I looked up and I say, God removes people out of your life because He heard a conversation what you didn't hear. Because at first, when you was talking to your buddies right there, they were like, "Hey, Marcus, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?" But after that, but you know what? After that, whenever you turn your back on them, no, whenever you turn around and start walking, they talk about you behind their backs. What you didn't hear, like for example, they say, "Man, that boy ain't nothing. He's nothing but a loser with no future." That's just for example. When they call you something like that, because as soon as you, because you know what, as soon as, it's hard to see their true colors until they show it to us. And I was like, because whenever you hear they're saying something about you, just listen. Like at first you're getting ready to talk to them. When they first mention your name, just don't say nothing and just keep listening till you realize their true colors. Because when you be surprised, you were like, so it's like that, huh? Okay, that's who you really are. And just go like okay, we're not friends anymore. And just walk off just like that. See? Cause yeah, like this, whenever I really needed the people around me, they never came around. So I finally wised up and kicked them all to the curb. So what I'm saying is that you'll never know who your true friends are until you see them standing by your shoulders. Or you never know who your real friends are until you see who's in front of you. 'Cause, I actually thank God that I actually thank God that I found me some real friends. It's like this, sometimes not everybody deserves to be in your circle. So it's best that you keep your circle small. Yep, it's better to keep it small than have it big. Small this way instead of big. Because when you go into the big circle, you see the world is full of fakes out there. Like when you get into a big circle, you're just trying to fit in like everybody else. But once you get into a small circle, you'll see that your real friends that you're hanging out with. And yes, your real friends is gonna actually help you with your future and they're gonna help you with everything you got. And they're gonna help you with what you're trying to do. And they're always gonna be there for you when you're feeling down or sad. Think about it. Because like this, alone when I was in school, like middle school and high school, when I started to get into a big circle, then all of a sudden, everybody wanted to become my friends. They were cool and very nice to hang out with at first until years have passed. So when I try to say hi to them, they act like they now act like I don't exist. So you see, this is why you shouldn't. So you see, I was like, then I just walk off feeling unhappy. So you see, guys, this is why you. This is exactly why you shouldn't be hanging out with people or wasting your time trying to impress your friends that don't really like you. You see, this is why you don't go into the crowd or follow the popularity, man. I mean, God knows this. I mean, yes, God knows this that you shouldn't follow the popularity crowd because what they're not doing everything for the Lord, and they're not doing things in God's way. So it's like this: you don't have to work hard to be fit in with the crowd or please other people or work hard to be a people pleaser. The only person you can please is pleasing the Lord. And the verse says, the Bible says that whatever you do, work with all your heart as working for the Lord and not unto men. And the Bible also says that when God sees when God sees the people who are talking about you what you didn't hear, that's when he removed them out your friend list just like that. Because yeah, it's kind of hard to see who your real friends are nowadays. Like nowadays, people are just trying to be like fitted with everything, but they're not doing everything what God tell them to do. So if I want to be just like God, if I want to be just like Jesus, I must do everything for the Lord and do what God tells me to do. And also when it also means God removes people out of your life, you know what? Don't go back to them. I mean, yes, you can forgive them, but you got to forgive them for you. Like forgive, but don't forget. Like this, like I forgive, but I won't forget. That's just how it is. I mean, yeah, that's just how it is in life. We can all forgive somebody, but we're not going to forget about the things they did to us. Speaking facts, Martin. What I'm saying is true. Because sometimes it's hard to forgive that person, especially when they did you wrong. But you gotta forgive them for you, not for them. You know, when you forgive them, you can actually move on with your life peacefully. Because you know what? Life is too short to be holding grudges on people. Yep, life is too short to be holding grudges on everybody. But yes, but the other thing is like God removes people out of your life because he he do it for a reason. Because where he sees their true colors and you didn't see them, and when he show you the true color, and when it show you their true colors, then just believe him. Until after that, and you see after that, you'll find out that you're really your friends or not. Cause like this, not but like I said, but what I'm saying is that God really knows who your real friends are. You just gotta find them. Cause it's easier to follow God's plan than stick with our plans. His plans he got there are a lot better than we ever thought about. Yeah, that's one of God's plans right there. His plans are a whole lot better than we think. You know, sometimes whenever you plan something and you think everything's going down the drain, you'll see why that is really worth waiting for. Yeah, sometimes it's really worth the wait to see what's going to happen. And that's true. Because once you do that, you're actually thanking God for what He has shown you. Because once you do that, once you say thanks to God, you'll see that His plans always succeed, and God will never gives up until His plan succeeded. Isn't it nice when we all follow God's plan and stick with His scripts? Well, guys, I think I'm about to get off here now, but hey, I want you guys to have a blessed one, and I'll see you later on my next video, okay? Peace out.